In this case, even worse.
That's right.
Go ahead, because the Lord had Paul to write in Hebrews chapter 10 how when you did certain things back in the old days, they stoned you to death. But he said now you can expect a worse punishment.
That's right.
What can be worse than getting stoned to death? The eternal fire.
That's right.
You ain't going to get away. You just get by for a minute. Go ahead and read on.
Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them.
Wait a minute. Look what he said here. Do not be idolaters, as was some of them. You read what happened to them when they became idolaters. Now he said, don't you do that. Go ahead and read on.
As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
Go ahead.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
Now he's talking about spiritual fornication because Israel had Aaron to make that pagan deity, and the Lord killed 23,000. Go ahead and read on.
Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents.
Go ahead.
Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer.
Go ahead.
Now all these things happened unto them for examples.
Now he said all these things happened unto them for example, to the generations that would come along later. Go ahead and read on.
And they are written for our admonition.
She would have said they are written for our admonition to warn you. You know, you saw what God did to them. So now he said this is written for your admonition to warn you. Don't make the same mistake that these people made. Go ahead and read on.
Upon whom the ends of the world are come.
For our admonition upon whom the ends of the world has come. And we are the generation that hears the end of the world, right? So these things are written to warn you. Don't make the same mistake that these people made. Skip down to verse 14. Go ahead and read it.
Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry.
My dearly beloved, he said, flee from idolatry. Skip down to verse 19. Go ahead and read.
What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?
Go ahead.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to God.
Go ahead.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
But I'm going to show you Israel, they sacrifice unto devils as well. We're going to get to that a little bit. You know, everybody, ain't no innocent people here. You understand what I'm saying? Israel got involved in idolatry. Well, we've been reading about that happening.
Yes,
and the Gentiles, they got involved in it as well. But now the Lord going to tell you, now you make up your mind what you going to serve.
Right.
You going to serve me or you going to serve idols? Go ahead and read on.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
He said you can't drink out of both cups. You better figure out which cup you're going to drink out of. Because you can't drink out of both of them. You understand what I'm saying? Either you're going to serve the true and living God the way that he said do it, or you're going to drink out of the cup of devil. And you can't, because you ain't going to do them both. You know, I'm going to be part Christian, and I'm going to be part something else. In other words, a cafeteria Christian, as they call it. I'm going to pick and choose what I'm going to do. Well, I ain't going to steal, and I ain't going to kill nobody, but as far as that Sabbath go, where the Lord said, keep my Sabbath day, I ain't going to do that. In other words, you're going to pick and choose how you going to serve God. And he ain't never said do that, have
Yes,
So now, he said, now you can't drink of both cups. Make up your mind which cup you going to drink out of. Either you're going to drink out of the cup of the Lord, or you're going to drink out of the cup of devils. Go ahead and read on.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
You cannot be partakers of both. Go ahead and read.
Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy?
Now he told you he was a jealous God, didn't he? So now he told you, and don't, he just told you right here, don't deal with that idolatry, didn't he?
That's right.
Now he said because he is a jealous God, he said, didn't he? Now do you provoke the Lord to jealousy? Finish that verse up.
Are we stronger than he?
Now, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, and we'll begin reading at verse 9. Deuteronomy 32, and we'll begin at verse 9. Now, when the Lord had Moses to write this, he was speaking of a time that was yet to come, but it has come now. Deuteronomy 32, and we'll begin reading at verse 9, 32 and 9. 32 and 9. 32 and 9. Okay, go ahead and read.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Go ahead.
He found him in a desert place, in a desert land, and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. As an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him.
Go ahead, read it. Just making it clear, he said, the Lord alone, he led Israel, and he didn't have no strange God with him. The true and living God, he did this for Israel. He fluttered over them and kept them as the apple of his eye. Go ahead and read on.
He made him ride on the high places of the earth.
Now, at this time, the Lord had not made Israel to ride on the high places of the earth. That's why I said this was talking about a time that was yet to come, and it did come, when the Lord did make Israel to ride on the high places of the earth. Go ahead and read on.
That he might eat the increase of the field. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock.
Go ahead and read.
Butter of kine, and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats, with the fat of kidneys of wheat, and thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape.
In other words, he gave him everything. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the Lord made him to ride on the high place of the earth. Ezekiel told you about it too. How he gave him the best of everything. He gave, you wore the fine linen. You didn't wear this stuff like I got on today. You wore the fine linen. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Israel today always want the fine linen. They'll make $100 a week. They got to go by the fine linen, though, because it's a part of their psychic now. It's a part of their DNA, I'll say. He ain't paid the rent or nothing, but he got on the fine linen. You understand what I'm saying? He made them the absolute very best. Go ahead and read on.
But Jeshurun waxed fat and
kicked. But
this
is what Israel did when they had it. He said they waxed fat and they kicked. Everything is cool with God. I'll serve God. But, once I'm all right and everything going well with me, now they done wax fat and they done kick. Go ahead and read on.
Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness.
Go ahead.
Then he forsook God which made him.
See what he did? He done got fat now. Then he done turned around and now he done forsook God that made him, that did all this good stuff for him. Now he done forsook God. Go ahead and read it. What verse out?
End of verse 15.
Go ahead and read.
And lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
Go ahead.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
See what they did? They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. Once the God of the true and living God had given them all of this stuff here, all these good things, then they provoked him to jealousy by serving strange gods. Lord told you, don't serve these gods because I am a jealous God. So now they have provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. Go ahead and read on.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Go ahead.
They sacrificed unto devils, not to God.
See what they did? That's what he said. That's what the Gentiles did, right? But now Israel did the same thing. He said they sacrificed unto devils and not to God. Go ahead and read on.
To gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up.
See what I'm saying? Gods they knew not, to newly gods that had newly come up. That's what Israel is doing today. They serving these new gods, these newly come up gods. They were serving my God 5,000 years ago. Well, he a newly come up.
That's right.
Compare 5,000 years to eternity.
That's right.
He's a newly come up God. Go ahead and read on.
Whom your fathers feared not.
Go ahead. He said your father, they wasn't even around during your father's generation. Your fathers didn't even fear these gods. Go ahead and read on.
Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful.
So now who is the rock that begot them, the true and living God? He said now the rock that begot you, you are unmindful of him. Go ahead and read on.
And hast forgotten God that formed thee.
Go ahead.
And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
Go ahead.
And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
And the Lord said, I'm going to hide my face from them, and I'll see what their end will be. Go